Hello everyone. This is a game that I played a couple of days ago in a tournament on chess.com. I have the white pieces and I am playing against Fibonacci. This is a game that at the moment I felt that I didn't make any serious mistakes, but I found myself in a passive position. In the end, I managed to win it, but only because of time pressure. It was a couple of blunders by my opponent. Not really because I played better. I did not outplay my opponent at all. And I wanted to go back and try to figure out what went wrong. And so I started with d4, 95, 93. All of this seems normal. 6, knight c3, a6, and bishop a4. I think this might be the first hint. Maybe I was a bit nervous or something, but there's nothing immediately wrong with f4. But bishop a5 is more common, I believe. It's more active in any case because bishop a5 doesn't really do much. At least the bishop on g5 is pinning the knight, so that's something. But bishop a4 doesn't really do anything. Even worse, because if my opponent were to play bishop d5 to exchange directly, I don't think I would exchange. I think I would just play bishop g5 thing. It's maybe fine to take here and then just e3, and I think this would be a normal position. Doesn't really give white an advantage, I believe. But knowing myself, I would have played bishop g5 after, so in that sense, I should have played bishop g5 directly. This would have been just better, slightly better, if anything, but that's not what I played. I played bishop a4. My opponent went bishop e7, very respectful, very cautious, I guess. e3 and c6. Now c6 is already a little bit weird. I don't see c6 as useful for black. The only relation that it has with the position is my opponent played a6, so I am expecting a b5 push just by looking at the pawn structure around the queen side. It feels like b5 is coming. I played queen c2 eyeing this square, but also because I wanted to delay moving my bishop. I wanted to give black the chance to take first, and in that case I could take directly. And so I would be, not using a tempo on that. My opponent went knight b6, and when they played this move, I was expecting knight b6. Just putting pressure here. That's what I was expecting, trying to force a reaction on my part. But that wasn't their idea. And so right now I felt there's no point in delaying playing b3, so I just went for that. And then they played b5. So far I think I've played pretty well. I think everything is okay. And with this move, I'm not sure why I played this. It seems, looking at it now, I don't really like it. I'm not a fan of it. I think I mentioned it when I was playing it, but Lila Chess, an artificial intelligence engine, new generation, super strong, everything. That engine prefers to lock this bishop behind their pawns and does it every time. In the game, I think I saw a ghost. I think I feared knight h5, bishop here, here. Yeah, yeah. And I was fearing this move. And this is a complete blunder. This makes absolutely no sense. And if I had seen one move ahead, one move further, I would know that this loses completely. I think during the stream I only considered going back, and I thought, oh, but then this is good for black, because then they're coming here with advancing the pawns, threatening to double, and I have to address the center, and then the C pawn might be weak in some cases. So I went through all of that, and this is completely wrong because I missed two tactics. I missed two things. One, I can just take this pawn. No one is protecting it. And for example, something like this, and then that. And this is just perfectly fine. It's even better because I have this other move. And where does the knight go? Gotta sacrifice for some slight dubious compensation. The knight is still boxed. The bishop is still boxed. And I have an extra piece. So clearly winning. Let me go back. There was another tactic. Hold on. How do I get to that? Okay, so this. Oh yeah, here. I can also play bishop g6, and this is super strong. This, of course, is leading to checkmate. So that's not possible. So after this, there's that, and I think I can just take. What if I just take here? Then this is no, this is bad. This is bad. Okay. Oh, but then I can take here anyways. And that, yeah, okay. This, and they can't take here. Okay, this is deeper. This one is deeper. I don't think I would have found this one, not during the game at least. But because here, of course, there's a fork. It's easier when you can move the pieces. I don't know, I guess something like this, but it's pretty sad. Yeah, this is absolutely winning for white. So I should have pushed the pawn for sure. I should have pushed the pawn for sure. Anything like this, I can just go back, and this bishop is having a hard day. Let's say they go for this. Should I push? Because now they're clearing the way for this exchange, and I'm no longer sure this is good. I can always just castle, and that should be fine. What about something like this? Bishop here. Takes, and then takes. They cannot recapture. So this would be good. This order would be good. They don't have to play bishop a6 directly. They can just... Well, but then it beats the purpose. What if they just take here, take with the rook? Yep. And then bishop a6. A pawn is a pawn is a pawn is a pawn. Oh no, sorry. The queen is there. Forgot about the queen. Here, and I guess just castle, but this is... Okay, this is a different game now. This is a completely different game. I guess this is needed to stop anything like that. Then ideas like this. I don't know, this is a different game for sure. But it looks like there might be some pressure coming here. Knight d2 strongly hints at the exchange, otherwise we're coming into b3 and putting more pressure on a5. This bishop, however, is pretty bad. There might be advantage for white in that bishop. So in any case, I stand by my new assessment, and I think c5 was was needed. Instead, I capture here. It's not a blunder, of course, but I think c5 was just the better option. h3 might... I think I was afraid of knight h5. I think I was afraid of knight h5. I wanted to keep my bishop because it just has such a good diagonal. This should be playable though. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a nice tactic. Yeah, knight takes d5. Now if knight takes d4, knight takes, and that's a pawn. That's a clean pawn. Nothing to argue there. Yeah, this knight is, misplaced. It needs to find a new home, but that's just to tempt you away. And the point is that this move is not possible because we box the queen. Look at that. That is a sad queen. Oh gosh. Okay. So I missed a tactic. I played h3 out of fear, I wanted to preserve the bishop, but I didn't need to do this. There was a tactical reason why I could have just castled. Okay, so yeah, my emotional state at the moment played against me. I think it's already 2 times in the game that I played a suboptimal move out of fear, not because I calculated something. Anyways, I castled. Bishop b7. Yeah, I wasn't sure about this move during the game because I had to think which files would open up, and I should have just focused more on the C file because the C file is semi-open already. I don't need to weaken my structure by pushing E and having to defend that. That's not needed at all. If anything, this pawn will require some defense. So maybe rook d1 instead is better. Of course, it's not a blunder to play rook f e1. It's not a blunder. And I have ideas. I've played bishop f5 before, and it was okay, but it didn't really do anything. It didn't give me any advantage, not that I could see at least. And it was not tied to any concrete idea. So I mean, this is a square if I ever need to do something, to like do a waiting move or something like that. But right now it's not a move. Rook ac1 seems better. Maybe even a3, because I don't want to deal with any of this. I mean, these are all okay moves, I guess. I played this okay move. And c5. c5 pretty much forces d takes c5. I don't think there's any option. Because, I mean, something like this, and there's c4, and then bishop f1. I guess I could play this, and oh wait. This might have been another ghost, another semi-fear, but what if I just take? Check here, and there's another one. Oh, and then rook takes is forced, and this is completely okay. This is more than okay. White is winning here. White is winning in this line. Let's see, where do I want this knight? Because this knight is coming to the action, threatening checkmates. Threatening checkmates and stuff. What if I just play this directly? What's the deal here? Oh no, the knight, duh. Okay, maybe not so directly, but I still think this is winning. Yes, black has a bunch of pieces, but the king is completely naked. There has to be a way to win this. Throw a check, king h8, and then this, and the threat is knight f7. Okay. Try to force, but just the same. Yep. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a bunch of material. Lines need to be open for sure, so the white pieces can do something, but this has to be winning for white. And this comes from black playing g6. So yeah, g6 is not possible to scare my bishop, but they can just castle. And then maybe this is always a threat because the bishop is very well placed against this. I guess, I don't know, I don't feel very strongly about this. Something like that. And I don't really know how to continue. I would have to look at the database and try to find games with this position and see what was played. Because I'm absolutely not sure how to proceed right now. This is a very normal move, rook a d1 or c1. C1 I think would be connected to the idea of pushing here, but it hangs the a pawn, so it's not so easy. It would have to be b4, and then we're talking about a pass pawn for black. So not too crazy about that. Anyways, I felt that I had to take here, and bishop e2. Another passive move, another very fearful move, because in that analysis bishop f5 was available, and I played bishop e2 because it protects the knight in case there were anything like this, but this doesn't really work because, I mean, if black were to push, I can just take. So yeah, a lot of moves out of fear, and I think this pawn is very well protected. In the game I tried to play against it, but I couldn't find a way. And with all the passive moves that I played, I think it doesn't go well. Maybe this would be better. Switching gears, because the other rook should actually be in the open file, not just the queen. The black queen, the black rook will go to c8 anyways. So yeah, I think it would have been better with a rook here. So my rooks, I misplaced my rooks. Again, not a blunder, just weak moves. And maybe my opponent has missed chances where they could have played better. They also haven't blundered, not that I have seen, but I don't think this was played to the best by either side. This is a fancy looking move, doesn't really do anything. Bishop f3, it looks like I'm putting pressure here, but so far they have been able to parry everything. I don't know if this switch works, because now they can't ever play this. I mean, I can just take with check, and that would be fine. Also, right now, it's risky to advance the king's, the castle pawns. There seem to be a lot of holes if they do that, especially the g pawn. So, knight g3, that just looks bad. That just looks bad. The knight isn't even threatened. I guess I didn't even know what to play because this one is controlling d4. Maybe this would have been more sense. And after rook AC, I guess queen b1. I don't know. This is not pretty. This is not pretty. My position is already way too passive, and this one just makes it worse. I'm ashamed of knight g3. So game continued. Okay. This isn't really a threat. I mean, I'm not even threatening to take here because the queen is here. Maybe during the game I missed this. I didn't play on h6, but this happened. This already feels better for black. Like for sure better for black. Takes. Yep. And here, I mean, there are only two options really, knight b1, but this one doesn't give any future for the knight, so this is pretty much forced. Which maybe pushing b4 is actually weak, because I thought maybe knight e2 was better anyways from before, so they're sort of forcing me to play better. Oh yeah, this part. Here I took, but maybe I could have just played like this, and they will continue in the same way. Oh yeah, I thought they would be attacking, they would be taking my knight. That's just ridiculous. I was like on drugs or something. Oh, and now there's this resource to protect this pawn. That's nice. And if something like this, takes, and just bishop here maybe? Bishop d4. I mean, yeah, they're entering the position for sure, but I don't think I'm losing just yet. Oh, this guy's hanging. No, hold on. It's not. Duh. What am I talking about? No, yes, because of the. I'm seeing things. I thought this was a rook. So if they take, and they can't take here because of a nice little fork. King h8, and then I can just take. Also, this guy is hanging. So it's like take your pick. So they would have to place something like this maybe, and then fork time? No, there's not enough time. But there's this and then fork. So yeah, it should be under control. It should be okay. It's a lot though. It's a lot of maneuvers. It's a lot of combinations. During the game, I went for the simplest one. I went for the just taking here, and rook c2, and then I have to defend with the rook. And now this is completely passive. I have one rook defending a knight, and I have one rook defending a pawn. So that's just sad. a5, I don't think it was needed. I think black could have played just here, and it's slightly better, I guess. There's nothing concrete yet. They can still just play in the same way. If they played like this, I guess I can play like that. Yeah, just like I did in the game. So they take, they go back, I go back, and it's like we're all friends. Nothing happened here. Just carry on. Okay, but in the game it was a5, and oh, I played the other knight. And yeah, okay, and this was a blunder. This was a blunder on my part for sure, because I didn't realize that I was removing the blockader to the f2 pawn. So this was the right knight to move. I had the right idea, just implemented it really, really bad. So yeah, my opponent is now up a pawn, and I'm trying to complicate things. And I played here, hoping that my opponent would take on g3, and I could take the rook, and he would go back, and I think this would be equal. During the game I assessed this as equal because this bishop is just not so useful. This pawn is backwards and isolated, but it's very well defended. This knight is really good, but it doesn't seem to have any active squares. I thought play might continue like this, and I wasn't sure, but it felt like this would have been okay. Here, however, my opponent, yeah, take here. Pretty much have to take here and then here, and this would have been much better for black. This would have been much better for black because these bishops are super active. Now, the defender for the knight is not a pawn, so this is more vulnerable. Oh, sorry, it's my turn. So yeah, I pretty much have to play here right away because otherwise it's getting super pinned. And we don't want that. So in this case, the pair of bishops are stronger than the pair of rooks. I dare to say that. But my opponent played bishop d6, and this is a complete blunder, and I am very happy that he played this. So I just went for this, removing the defender of the rook. He played that, but it was just desperation because I can't just take. And now the bishop is under attack and the rook is under attack, and he cannot save both. So he took there, and this is just totally crushing. So this is how it ended, with my opponent super blundering in the first sort of big tactic during the game, because the rest of the game was just like slow maneuvers, like small things. Maybe it was slightly better, things like that. Nothing concretely superior up until this point. Here they were just completely fine. They didn't have to panic. Even if they had played like rook d2, I mean, I can't really aspire to anything if I capture there. And yeah, so black would be perfectly fine here. This knight is really nice, but it can be kicked really easily, and there can be things around that. So black has an easy game, and maybe, you know, in another day I will blunder against Fibonacci. But this is how this game went. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if I missed a tactic or something like that, if I missed an idea, just let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and find me on Twitch. I'm streaming quite often lately, so hope to see you there. Bye bye.